Each candidate will be allowed a 1-minute opening statements, and then each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a series of questions that we have prepared, that we have received from Facebook, and that we will get from you tonight. The candidate answering the question first will also get a 1-minute rebuttal once all 3 candidates are finished answering the question. So there will be a 1-minute rebuttal for the first person that answers that particular question. At the end, each candidate will then also have a 2-minute closing. We hope that this will last about 1 hour and 15 minutes or so, at least that's our plan. To help the candidates stay on track with time, the gentleman in the yellow up here, Sheldon Zolden, who's our content strategist at the Newspress, will be holding up signs that have 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and then the final one says, "Time's up." And we will stick to that. We will ask the candidates to respect the time. We will also ask the candidates to respect the fact that we have a series of questions and that they stay on topic when they are answering. That's important because we think the people that are here tonight want to hear your opinions on the issues. That'll be important for them as they prepare to vote. The questions are broken down into 4 categories: public safety, growth, infrastructure, social issues, and a couple of general personal questions. And those will be followed by the questions that we receive on our Facebook page, and then those that you have submitted that weren't asked tonight as we run through our questions. We want to thank the Quality Life Center for putting this event together in a hurry, and for the candidates agreeing to come. Mr. Mohammed has, as usual, gone way beyond, and his staff as well, to get this room ready, to get the sound system ready, and we appreciate everything that they've done. So we will get to the questions, and it will be under the public safety category, and Councilman Street will be the first to answer this question. Was the city manager's decision to fire the police chief the correct one, and why? Oh, I'm sorry. Before you answer that, we will do our 1-minute opening statements.
Okay, I just always like to stand up and address the people here.
That's fine.
First of all, my name is Johnny W. Streets Jr., born and raised right here in Fort Myers. Attended the local schools, served you well, and continue to serve you. And, we have faced and still facing challenging times. And I think you need the experience and the leadership that will continue what we're already doing, but even at an enhanced pace. I know the people know me, I make house calls, I'm real relevant and I'm reachable, and I get the job done.
Thank you. Stephen.
To follow Councilman Street standing. My name is Stephen Bianco. I came from New Jersey. Started out after high school. I went to the United States Air Force Academy on a football and track and field scholarship, and then transferred to Villanova University, where I was a decathlete and finished my collegiate career. From there, I became a state trooper in the state of New Jersey, where I went through the New Jersey State Police Academy, the toughest academies in this entire nation, and I was the lead cadet coming out of the academy. I spent 3.5 years within the New Jersey State Police, and then started my quest as a small business owner. I opened up health clubs and athletic training centers. I had the great pleasure of training professional athletes, high school athletes, and college athletes, and helping them reach their athletic and academic goals. I got into the business community following my multiple health clubs and opened up a company called College Hunks Hauling Junk and College Hunks Moving, where I opened operations in New Jersey, Tennessee, Ohio, and here in Florida.
Thank you.
Very much.
Anthony?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anthony Thomas. I'm not going to be standing up and down all night. It's too hot. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been born and raised here in Fort Myers. I've been a community activist in the city of Fort Myers for over 15 years. I believe I built a record of accomplishment and achievement, whether it's fighting.
Get the mic, Anthony. Get the mic.
Is the mic not here? Can you hear me? Turn the mic on. Newspress, can you turn the mic on?
We'll see if we can get that corrected, or we'll have you and Stephen. Yeah.
Let me begin again. My name is Anthony Thomas, born and raised here in Fort Myers. Been a community activist here in the city of Fort Myers. We've gotten a lot of things accomplished over the years. I've been active for 15 years. I've helped get other people elected, and now I've decided I want to get myself elected. So I look forward to having a discussion tonight with my two friends, and hopefully at the end of the day, we'll vote for me.
Thank you, Anthony. Okay, now we'll get to the questions. I've been looking forward to this event all day today, so I got a little over anxious. But first question, Councilman Streets, was the city manager's decision to fire the police chief the correct one, and why?
Well, it was the city manager's decision and his alone to make that decision to fire the chief. The council was notified after that decision was made, because that is the job of the city manager. The council is not in charge of the police chief. So in lieu of what has happened, and we asked the city manager to get to the bottom of some discrepancies between his officers and himself and the leadership, and move forward in the police department, at this time, I think it was the right decision.
Thank you. Mr. Bianco.
We have a city manager for a reason. The city manager is in control of the police department and the police chief. City manager made his decision based upon his full evaluation that he had at the time. My thoughts with the city is that we still needed a third-party evaluation of the entire Fort Myers Police Department in order for us to truly figure out what is the source of any of the issues that we have going on within the police department. If we do not know what is actually wrong, what we're doing right, and what we're doing wrong, we can never truly address the source of the issues that we may be having or not having with the Fort Myers Police Department. For and foremost, chief or no chief, there are still issues that we need to work on. Not one person is the source of the issues within any organization. We must use a third-party evaluation system so that we can truly determine what we are doing well and what we are not, so that we can attain the goal of having the very best police department in our country. That should be our goal. And when you form goals, you need to have steps that are attainable, that give you the chance and the opportunity to truly reach the goals that you have set. And a third-party evaluation would give us an unbiased, outside opportunity to truly address the concerns of the public.
Thank you. Mr. Thomas?
It has been said by some that character is destiny. I said and spoke out 7.5 years ago when I saw the city manager making a decision that I thought was not in the best interest of the police department or the citizens of Fort Myers, and hiring Chief Baker. So I guess Anthony Thomas and those who were with Anthony Thomas, Willie Green and others, we stood up and we said we don't think that Doug Baker is the right man for the job. Well, 7.5 years later, over 100 homicides later, none of them solved. I believe I have been vindicated when I said that this man has a character flaw. We saw it loud and clear. I believe the city manager made the right decision last week. I believe he made the wrong decision 7.5 years ago in hiring.
Thank you. Councilman Streets, your opportunity for a rebuttal, if you would like.
Yes, sir. As I hear some of my friends here at the table talk about the consultant, you know, that's well and good, but the consultant has already been done, so to speak, and that comes from the council on what we expect and what we expect to get done. It has been said and has been written on my behalf that I addressed these issues many years ago with both the police chief and the city manager, that we were headed down the wrong path. And even I didn't get the support of my council members. So we know what needs to be done, and you're absolutely right. One person is not going to solve the issues, but those issues that led to this problem and the policing and the community involvement were already addressed. I just could not get the support because people were too concerned about being popular than being smart and doing the right thing for the citizens of the city of Fort Myers. And I still believe that. I still think we got a lot of work to do.
Thank you. Mr. Bianco, this question will be yours first. Do you believe the residents of Ward 2 have faith in the Fort Myers Police Department? And if not, how can the council ensure ways that the department begins to rebuild that trust?
Well, as a small business owner, the acknowledgement of trust in the people that work with you is vital for the strength and the abilities of any company, any corporation, and any government agency. Trust is and foremost when it comes to your law enforcement, your fire, and the people that represent you. I think currently we have a lack of trust in our Fort Myers Police Department. Like I mentioned before, a third-party evaluation will truly give us the opportunity to address where those trust issues may be coming from. We might not know, we might know where those issues are coming from. And with all due respect to City Council, of being able to evaluate, it's the same thing as myself as a CEO evaluating my company. Well, I'm biased towards my company. I'm biased towards my employees, and I'm biased towards my ideas. I need an outside third party to address what's happening with my employees, what's happening with my decisions that I'm making as a CEO of a company and controlling up to about 100 employees. I need somebody else to assist me in those decisions. The same thing that City Council needs when it comes to our police department. This is our police department. We may have some biased thoughts when it comes to that. We need an outside force to be able to figure that out. We will then be able to determine whether or not where the trust issues are lacking within our community.